morning, one and all. This is a special recording because I woke up early, was able to meditate, take a shower, do my hair, get dressed. So it is 5:03 a.m. this morning and I am ready for work. Hi, welcome to Heart of K. Purple Sky KT here. I hope you're doing well. As of me, I'm doing excellent this morning. I'm learning how to be in the moment. My yesterday became better. I had a very loving conversation with my mom. She was concerned about my well-being. She's a nervous wreck. But we had a good talk and it eased her nerves. Eased my nerves as well. I had a good talk with Chardonnay as well. Was able to talk to Rosebud. Was able to talk to, Jess. There's more than threes and fours. There's a group now, and I'm really happy with the circle that I have at the moment. I thought it was a good idea to talk about something that I seem to mention a lot about my growth and letting things go and moving forward and so on and so forth. I thought it was a good idea to dive a little more into that. Let's be honest about it. I have mentioned having a load of defense mechanisms. And I mentioned maybe once or twice that I am an obstinate person. I am like a sponge, but I can be very obstinate at times. And essentially living in a world where you are viewed as weird or immature or odd by the people that matter to you the most, sometimes it has a bad effect on it would. Well, it had a bad effect on me. It did. But I'm listening to myself differently now. Advice that I know that I've given Diamond in the Rough more than once is advice that I'm also using for myself with love and dedication. And that's always looking at the little things. At first, I thought looking at the little things was my way of loving life. So it was its own defense mechanism. Finding something beautiful in life and it being an anchor for me, for my survival. But looking at it all now, I still feel I have so much to be happy about. Let's not talk about the little things. Let's not talk about things that we do for maintenance purposes, like working. I'm thankful for my job. I say this continuously. But I'm thankful for other things too. To me, at least the way that I looked at it, for me, my defense mechanism had a root. There's a root to where that started. And even though I'm thinking of 10 different things to be the root cause of my defense mechanisms, because there's a plethora of them, in my heart, I'm happy that I'm able to let go. I'm not mad that it feels uncomfortable. I'm not upset that it seems so hard. Just some things just make sense to hold on to when there are other things that make more sense to let go. And that's where the battle really is for me. Am I letting go so that I could be considered normal to those that are around me? Or am I letting go to free my soul? And that was the question I had with myself yesterday as I decided again, or rather being happy with the decision that I made to continue to live life. To not stop because everything is not where I would like it to be. And even that, because I don't know what's out there. I don't know what's out there for me. I just find it funny still, and maybe it's still a little joke for me, but I still find it funny that the year that I was determined to finally go to Universal Studios alone, which was last year, was supposed to go in December, is when we get a pandemic. See, I don't know a lot of people that want to go to Universal Studios to see the Millennium Falcon, because that's really where I want to go. I've been there before to Universal Studios, but the Millennium Falcon, the Millennium Falcon wasn't there yet. My mom, she took a lot of us. She took us to Florida when I was around 18 years old. So I was the eldest. My younger sisters, my nieces and nephews. It was a trip. It was a trip. That's when I realized I could do roller coasters as long as they're like Space Mountain. But I digress. No, I'm not going to digress yet. I still am not a fan of roller coasters. Now I can digress. Because Coffee, she loves roller coasters. I'm not about to. I'm already defying gravity. That's as much as I'm willing to do to defy gravity. I even spoke to Coffee yesterday. Like, it was a full day. It was a full day of just love and just talking, and even though I'm still missing someone, I'm happy he didn't rob me of my joy. And that sometimes feel like the hardest thing to accept. It's like you imagine losing people that you care about, or if you lose people that you care about, and you think that it would be the end of it all. But because I feel there's so much more to live for, I refuse to stop moving forward. So yeah, getting rid of your defense mechanisms, the ones that needs to be gone, as far as you know, doesn't feel comfortable all the time. But when we get there, when we get to that place where we could essentially free fall, That's what I call it. Then it was all worth it. Especially especially the sweet cold brew I'm gonna have this morning. I've earned it. Large from Dunkin' Donuts. Brooklyn, New York is not as warm as it would be during April. I already see that we are 45 degrees this morning. However, I like the cool weather. I'm more of a 50s, 60s kind of gal, and I'm all for the 40s. I love the winter. I love the changing of seasons. But I just dread global climate change. And that we as people, we're not doing more about it. I wish I was doing more about it. But I'm being honest, it scares me. But with that said, I just wanted you all to know that I'm taking everything apart inch by inch. And I still feel safe. I listened to Let's Go See the Stars by Park Gum last night. And it still resonates with me in a powerful way. And my only hope is that for your mental health, just like I'm doing for mine, you find an anchor. You find what's holding it, what causing it. Even if it's a chemical imbalance, at least you know. And as you continue to learn and understand yourself more, please remember, never forget now, I love you. Stay safe.